Hello, friends. Welcome back to Storytime with the Los Angeles Conservancy. If you'd like to learn more about the books on our book list for kids, go ahead and click the link in our bio. On today's Storytime, we're going to be joining an adventure of two friends who discover an abandoned home. That means a home where nobody lives anymore. What will they learn about the people as they explore? Because did you know that places tell stories? Well, they're not actually telling the stories, but we can learn about a place by the people who once lived there and the things that they may have left behind. What story will this house tell? The book title for today is A House That Once Was, written by Julie Fogliano and illustrated by Lane Smith. So let's find out what they learn. Deep in the woods is a house, just a house, that once was, but now isn't a home. At the top of a hill sits the house that is leaning, a house that once wasn't, but now it is peeling, a house that was once painted blue. Tiptoe, creep up the path that is hiding, a path that once welcomed, a path that is winding, a path that is now covered in weeds. Look at all the weeds on this path. Why do you think they're there? How long do you think it's been since someone's lived in this home for that many weeds to have grown? Maybe our little friend can tell us. Let's find out. At the front of the house that is waiting, there's a door that is not really open, but barely. A door that is closed, but not quite. A door that is stuck between coming and going. A door that was once painted white. Off to a side, there's a window that's watching. A window that once opened wide. A window that now has no window at all. A window that says, "Climb inside." Inside the house, it is silent but creaking. We whispering mostly, but we're not really speaking. We whisper though no one would mind if we didn't. The someone who once was is someone who isn't. The someone who once was is gone. Look at this room in the house. What do you notice? What are some of the things that the friends left behind? I see some books. I see a plane. I even see a mouse over here poking through a picture. What do you notice? What can you learn about the person who once lived there? Who was this someone who ate beans for dinner, who sat by this fire, who looked in this mirror? Who was this someone whose books have been waiting, whose bed is still made, whose pictures are fading? Who was this someone who walked down this hallway, who cooked in this kitchen, who napped in this chair? Who was this someone who left without packing? Someone who's gone but is still everywhere. Was it a man with a big beard and glasses who would look out the window and dream of the sea? Or a woman who painted all day in the garden portraits of squirrels while sipping her tea? Was there a cat who would sleep by the fire or a girl who would twirl to her records and sing? A boy who built planes and dreamt nightly of flying? A baby, a cowboy, a queen, and a king? Why did they leave here and where were they going? Did they run off and not say goodbye? Were they shipwrecked and now they live on an island wearing coconut clothes with a pineapple tie? Or maybe they took off and headed to Paris, where they paint by the river and eat lots of cheese. Yum! What if they're lost and they're wandering lonely? Maybe they can't find their set of house keys. And maybe the house is still waiting there for them, waiting to hear the key turn in the door, waiting for voices to bounce down the hallway, waiting for someone to come sweep the floor. Or maybe it loves to just sit and remember stories of someone who will never know. And maybe it likes it out there in the forest with the trees coming in where the roof used to go. Look at the birds who live in the house now. Why do you think the birds live in the house? Is it their home now? So back through the window we climb as we wonder, back down the path that is tangled with thorns. Back to a house where dinner is waiting, back to a home that is cozy and warm. Deep in the woods is a house, just a house that once was, but now isn't a home. So what do you think? Who do you think lived in this house? Do you think it was the sea captain or the boy who dreamt of flying? Or maybe it was the woman who liked to paint squirrels. We'll never know. The possibilities are endless. But think about that. What story did this place tell? And what story could a place where you live tell about you? For today's activity, we're going to be creating our own house with a room that will tell our story. Our activity is going to have an outside, which will be the house, and it'll have an inside, which will be a room that you decide to share with your friends. To create this, I had 2 sheets of paper that I folded in half. Today I used orange for my exterior of the house, which is also called the outside. And for my interior, I used white, but you can use any other colors if you choose. To fold the paper that was like this, I just folded it in half, and I did that again with the white sheet of paper. The outside stays as is, you keep it folded, but the other sheet of paper that you fold, cut it in half so you have a half like this. This is where you'll decorate your room of your choice. You can choose to decorate your bedroom, draw your bedroom to share with friends. You can draw your living room or your kitchen, any room that you like where you live that tells your story. Once you finish this drawing, you'll glue it inside your house, and you'll see my example here of the drawing that I have of my bedroom that I glued inside. What can you learn about me? You can see that I have music playing over here. You can also see that I have a plant. You can also see that I have some writing that's on a desk. What do you think you can guess that I like to do based on my drawing and the things that are left in my bedroom? Go ahead and do your drawing, and once you finish, you'll have your completed house that you can share with other friends who can guess what you are like as a person and what you like to do. I decorated my house with 2 windows on the outside, and I added a roof. You don't have to do that. Your house could be big, it could be short, it could be a circle house if you'd like. You'll also notice I created a little door, and I did that by making an L on the outside and cutting that L. So for example, if I turn my house upside down, you'll see the letter L right over here. And I cut that L, and after I cut it, I folded it to create a door. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed today's activity. I hope to see you next week on Storytime with the LA Conservancy.